Welcome back to the Polyform Studio YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be walking through the new Wonder Dynamics tool, Wonder Studio. Now, this is an AI tool that automatically animates, lights, and composes CG characters into live footage. So you've seen this all over TikTok, all over Twitter, all over the internet. We got early access. We're going to walk you through what it's good at, how it works, what it's not so good at, and what you can use it for in the future. So Wonder Studio is a browser-based tool, so you're just opening it up in Chrome or Safari or whatever. The website here, wonderdynamics.com, is where you're gonna go to request early access if you don't have access yet. We have access, so we're just gonna jump into the app. First screen, the interface is really easy to use. That's what I love about it. It's easy for anybody to do some pretty advanced CG effects here. When you first come in, there's some featured templates, there's some featured characters. So these are the 3D characters you'll be able to insert into your live video and replace the live actors with. And then if you go to My Projects, this will be where you see all of the projects that you've made or are in the progress of making, and can export them as well from there. We're gonna create a new project. So first thing to do is you're gonna bring in your live action clip, your little piece of video here. I've got an example. We just downloaded this from Pexels. It's a great place to get pretty high quality free video. We got this skater here looking pretty cool, not quite making the trick. What makes this video a really great example for the Wonder Dynamics tool is that the character stays in frame the entire time. There's not a lot of cuts. This is going to make it easier for the system to track the actor and apply this 3D model to it. It's also just cool, fun to look at. Looking at the interface here, you've got this panel to the left, your main view area in the center, all of your characters to the right, and on the bottom there's a timeline. There's a little icon here. You can turn off any of these if you don't want them for some reason. It says edit is the first step, but once you upload your video, there's not really much editing you can do. So I just skip over that, go next. Now we're gonna scan the actor. So my strategy is I like to pick a few different points in the video where the actor is at a different stance or a different location in the scene, and I'll do a separate scan for each of those. So for this skater, we'll start with them kind of in the distance here. Just hit scan frame for actors. It'll do its AI magic here. And then when it finds them, yeah, here we go. It puts a little box around the person. You can see it picked up some of the people in the background here too. So it's got this little box around the person. Then you can just go to your sidebar of characters, pick whatever character you want. We're gonna go with the Beastly Bot and just drag it in there, and that's it. And then you can unassign it. You can change the actor to a different actor if you prefer, but that's how you edit it. So I'm gonna go further in the video here. Scan again. Okay, so you can see on my timeline here, I've picked 4 different points where the actor's at kind of a different stage in the action. I've scanned them, I've uploaded the bot. That's pretty much all you need to do. Now it's ready to go. I'm gonna go to render. It brings up this modal here. You can choose your settings. I like to go highest quality. I don't know exactly what all these things mean because I'm not a CG expert, but we've got AI mocap here. It'll export AI mocap. We've got the clean plate. It'll render clean plates. We've got the alpha masks, which will render alpha masks. We've got some other things that are coming soon here. Exporting to Blender is a scene, which will be super useful for you 3D folk out there. And then camera tracking and character pass, I assume is for like more advanced editing if you want to bring these outputs then into another tool. And then you just go start processing, and it'll put into the in progress row up here in your My Projects tab. All right, now we're all done rendering. Let's check it out. So right away, looks pretty cool. We got the robot in here where the skater was. You can see a little bit of in painting here. We'll play it and see what happens. Very cool. Oh, catches it with the hand. Good hand tracking, good head tracking. Oh, you can see it kind of painted out somebody in the background there, kind of missed the hand tracking. Overall, pretty good. Kind of like 80%, 85% of the way there. For a couple of clicks, incredible. You can see a couple spots here at the very start. The feet kind of clip over the cement here in a way that they're obviously not supposed to. And then you can see this skater passes behind the robot and accidentally gets in-painted out of the scene. You can see him go there, just the board on its own, and then there he is coming down. And then, of course, the board kind of misses the hand there for a second. But overall, pretty incredible in just a few clicks. You know, they want to be a VFX studio in your browser. They're really trying to democratize all this crazy CG you see out there in the world, which is super exciting because you can imagine the people that are going to make creative and cool things much more easily now. You know, reducing the need to work shot by shot, super interesting. I'm not a VFX master myself, but being able to create this stuff was totally out of reach for me before. You can see there's some advanced stuff, the hand mocaps, body mocaps, face and mouth, of course. Something I found was really interesting is they highlight this pipeline with Unreal and Blender and stuff. If you're already a 3D pro, how you can integrate this tool into your existing workflows, super interesting. Now, one of the things that always makes CG look good or really shitty is the lighting, right? It's all about the lighting. If the lighting's incorrect, it's obviously unreal. I think this does an excellent job of the dynamic lighting portion of things, and it really gives the models and the CG feeling of lifelike-ness. One more thing that I'll mention is that they claim already to have the ability where you can upload your own 3D models to use in the tool. Personally, I haven't been able to get it to work yet, and you know, I've talked to some people on the Discord. It's kind of in progress. I'm not a 3D expert. I think if you're a 3D native person already, you're probably not going to have any problems with it. I haven't been able to get it to work myself. But that opens up a whole new world of possibilities for making your own IPs, making your own videos, your own movies. Super exciting, super interesting. So our skater video turned out great. I'm gonna walk through a few other demos that we've made, talk about where the software is doing a great job, where it's not doing such a great job. We got a super funny one here, the classic, right? We all know this clip from Queen at Rite Aid back in the day. What was that, 1997 or 94?
Yeah, something like that, yeah,
89, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Great clip. You can see it's tracking the arms, it's tracking the hands, it's tracking the body and the head. Where it's not doing so good is having the microphone in his hand. Most of the time the microphone's just painted out or you know, just completely lost from the scene. So anytime you're putting something in the hands of the models, that's probably going to be problematic. I would avoid that. We've got this clip here from, I think, the latest Mission Impossible video, doing some parkour. Tom Cruise, always doing his own stunts. So cool, so inspirational. You can see right there, the tracking kind of had a break when it gets intersected by the crossbars of the skylight there. So you're going to want to avoid any breaks if you can. You know, the character going off screen for a second, it cutting to a different angle, anything where it's breaking up the action you want to avoid. These long shots, that's absolutely what you're looking for, where the character's in frame for a duration of time, unobstructed by the environment. Great example of something like that is somebody just talking in a chair. This is a classic interview with Steve Jobs. You can see the hand tracking's working great, the face and body tracking's working great, the in-painting. You can see there's a light for the mouth. If you use a different model,